How you doing? I am feeling very sprightly, especially in comparison to last night. I went and had been awake, as you know, for a really freaking long time, and then I had been awake for probably 36 hours, and then I slept for 16. No, wait. 10. Yeah, 16. 16 hours I slept. Maybe 18. I'm having a difficult time remembering. Might have been 18 hours. Hey, Danny. Good to see you. How'd your cummerbund fitting go? Danny was in Wally World earlier being fitted for a jockstrap and sandals. Or, hip waders and a coconut bra, or an inflatable T-Rex costume. I don't really know, but he was being fitted for something. Had to get into the fitting rooms at Wally World, and it was a whole thing. Hello to Minnesota. Hey, Kim D, good to see you. Hello, A. Kenneth. Good to see you. So yeah, it was. He was having an adventure, and he brought us along, but he was being very sneaky. He was being very secret squirrel and wasn't telling us what it was that he needed to try on. So, hey, you need to get new chonies. You keep that your business, man. You're not going to show that fitting room experience on a live stream. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, bro. Not at all. Keep that high heel fitting for yourself. Hey, Purple Groovy, good to see you. Danny, your basil plants. You see all those flowers growing out the top and one long, thin little stalk thing, guy? Pinch that off right at the base. That's right. Pinch it off at the base. And it'll keep growing. It's doing those flowers because it's trying to seed. And when it does the flowers, it signals to the rest of the plant that it doesn't need to keep growing. If you pinch those off, then the plant will keep growing and keep producing new leaves. Ta-da! Basil hack. Also, if you grow tomatoes, plant them next to the basil. Intersperse, like do a tomato plant and then a basil plant and then a tomato plant and then a basil plant. They keep each other's bugs away. All the bugs that like tomatoes don't like basil. And all the bugs that like basil don't like tomatoes. So you put them together and they keep each other's bugs away. It's helpful. They're friends. A candy-colored clown they call the Sandman brings ABR to my room every night. Aw, Bill, that's so sweet. Secret Squirrel was the code for going to McDonald's on the way home, so the boys didn't know. Nice. Hey, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Can't stay, but wanted to drop in and say hello. Are you feeling any better today, Miss Sunrise Dawn? I hope so. I hope you're feeling better today. Any improvement at all? A little bit? Maybe? I still don't know if StreamYard is using my laptop's mic or if it's using the external mic. So I'll bring the external mic closer. And do I sound better if I do that? Because I've kept my voice at the same level. Do I sound better when the external mic is closer to me? Let me know. We love you right back, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Hello, Grimadam 2. Good to see you. Don't recognize you in here. You can audit a tomato plant? I bet you can. And I bet they have a lot of overts and withholds. I bet they do. You see a light at the end of the tunnel, just hoping it's not a train. Well, good, Miss Sunrise Dawn. I hope it's not a train, too. I hope it's not a train as well. A candy-colored clown who says, hello, Georgie. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, hear it. I hear the popper. And not like poppers. I hear the corn popper. Mom's making popcorn. Popcorn. It's Grim Adam. Grim Adam. Grim Adam. Hello, Grim Adam. I still don't recall having you in here before, but I'm glad that you're here. Welcome. Yes, hello, Georgie. We all float down here, Georgie. Hello, Annabelle. Good morning. Good to see you. So, I slept for like 16, 18 hours. I am feeling sprightly. Salut, Kate. And man, was I having some weird dreams. Like, it all seemed perfectly normal at the time, like they do. Dreams are weird, right? You're, in 1 minute, you're in the mall. Like, you're in the mall. It doesn't look like the mall, but you're in the mall. And then all of a sudden, I run into like 3 friends. And then we were at my friend's grandma's house, and all of our heads were really big, and we were eating spaghetti. Like, this is dreams for you, right? Dreams are weird. They're going to mess with you. So in this dream, now I smell the popcorn. Ooh, popcorn. In this dream, I was going to college. And it was like, I was just getting there. I was just arriving. It was, and I was my brain is telling me North Carolina. Not sure why that would be, but probably because I just read an article about a particular food trail in North Carolina. Your loyalty message. Thank you so much. And thank you for being a member for 3 months. Couldn't let it go to waste. We love y'all right back. We love you and the sneeze heard round the world and the little chaos merchant that you call your child. Thank you so much. And yes, Xenu Marlene to Mrs. Cricket's mom and to Popcorn. Did I smoke for the first time in a while or use a patch that will cause vivid dreams? No, I did not. I certainly did not. So I was in North Carolina and I was doing like orientation stuff, trying to find my way around, exploring the area, and the Netflix VR office was right there in the neighborhood, and I asked somebody if they knew anyone there because I wanted to get into doing voice work. And there's Pamela SP Butterfly with her loyalty message too. When my daughter was little, I couldn't do popcorn when she was asleep because she would wake up and ask for some. Well, that's fair. That's fair. Hang on just a second. I'm going to mute this to ask Mom. She ain't listening to me. Well, Xena Marlene to Mrs. Cricket's mom and to Popcorn. I wonder if she'll bring me any. Pamela SP Butterfly with her message. Hey, y'all, so thankful for the corner booth. Well, I'm thankful that you're here. Happy to have you here. Xena Marlene to Miss Sunrise Dawn. And Xenu Marlene to Pamela SP Butterfly. Yep, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Cheers to you. If you're ever in Boone, North Carolina, there's a bar that kicked my buddy out for throwing a pumpkin and enforced the ban years later when he was getting married. Long memories in Boone, apparently. Either that or it was a particularly memorable pumpkin that he threw. Lip read, Mom, did the Denver Steve-O plaster cast arrive? Nice. Been waiting on that. Hello, Peter Anderson, to selective hearing. Well, cheers to that. So I'm in North Carolina and I'm doing all the, like going into offices and finding my way around and finding my dorm and checking out this cool, like, food courty kind of place and this automated thing that was making little squares of multi-layered, fluffy, it was like little pastry squares, like little phyllo dough pastry squares, but more moist. And you saw this little arm that would pop it into something that looked like a stone column. It looked like stone, but I don't know whether or not it was stone. And within the center of it, it was liquid. It was something that was entirely natural for some reason. And the automated arm would pop one of these little squares into it and it would cook it, because it was just a flat little square at first, and then it would cook it and it would get all fluffy and then automatically plop into a different bowl. And I was like, can we eat these? I want to eat this. Can you tell me whether or not this is, I think it's edible, right? It looks cooked. I don't know if it's edible. Is it edible? I want to try it. But I didn't dare try it. And the person that was with me was like, I'm never going to eat one of those things. I don't even know what that is. And I'm like, okay, but I'm curious about it. And that's me. And then I was telling somebody else that KD Lang and Jessica Lang, I had just gotten a notification on my phone that KD Lang and Jessica Lang were doing like a show at some ramen place in upstate New York. And I was able to see it like live streaming. And somebody said one of them is bisexual now. And I saw Jessica Lang, but I didn't see KD Lang anywhere. I saw somebody else who looked like they were performing, but it was totally a dude. And I know that KD Lang is the gay. And I'm like, did she start liking guys? Or is Jessica Lang out as bi? I can't figure it out, but who's that dude? Nobody said anything about anyone transitioning. But they were, performing, and I think Jessica Lang was like singing. Oh, and Rihanna was there too. KD Lang, Jessica Lang, and Rihanna. And they were all in this weird little ramen place with performance space in it in upstate New York. And I was watching it on my phone, and looked like it could have been a fun show. Like all memorable dreams, this one means you're attracted to your mom. Sorry, Cricket. No, that's okay. Possibly also an anxiety dream about the cookbook. That could be. Upstate New York equals sublimated desires for Buffalo resident Clearwater Chad. Deeply sublimated. To dream, realize you're dreaming. Tell yourself to remember the dream so you can draw it when you wake up. Anyone else? No, because I don't draw. KD Lang, constant craving. Yeah. It was a really fascinating dream, but and And then I was in my dorm, and it seemed like a pretty cool room, and I was by myself. But then the room got bigger, and I had 2 roommates, and one of them had a chicken. And she was actually getting somebody to come in and take care of the chicken. And I said, well, I'll take care of the chicken. I'll help with the chicken. I love chickens. The chicken hadn't arrived yet, but we were waiting for the chicken to arrive. There was a lot of stuff going on, man. And I was on my way back. I had checked out some late night food options because I was snackish. And I was on my way back to the dorm, and I think I had just gotten back there when I woke up. So it was totally weird. And it was really detailed and very vivid. And boy, I was busy. I was just doing all sorts and walking all over the place and exploring and seeing all sorts of cool things. And yeah, I mean, maybe it is about the cookbook. I don't know. Maybe it's about all the new stuff that I'm learning and stuff that I'm doing that I had never done before. Maybe. The chicken comes from watching Nomi. Yeah, that could be. That could be. Yep. Because, man, I've been watching, consuming a lot of chicken content from the Gnomestead, for sure. And it's some weird gnome Chad fantasy. But how does North Carolina come into it? I don't know. But yeah, dreams. Dreams are weird, man. And this one was no different. I usually don't focus on remembering a lot of my dreams, but this one was so much fun. I'm like, Katie Lang and Jessica Lang and Rihanna. What? So weird. God, I can really smell that popcorn, and she didn't bring me any, and now I'm sad. But I also wouldn't want to eat it while I was live with you guys, so, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. What is Buffalo known for? Chicken wings. That's true. That's true. So yeah, I got up and watched the tail end of the stream with Liz Ferris, and then I watched Tommy's little broadcast this evening about drama. And if you want to find drama, you will. And, well, not here. That's not what my life is about. I've got enough shit going on in my own life to be busy causing trouble for anybody else or listening to anyone cause trouble for anyone else. So, yeah. Unless we're causing trouble for cults, in which case I am here for it all day, every day. That's about it. I've been awake for about 3.5 hours. I got up at just a few minutes after 10. I'm like, Katie Lang, Jessica Lang, and Rihanna. Fascinating. Kate would love to dream. Instead, you have night terrors. Have you tried prazosin? It's supposed to help. Then, of course, there's also therapy, and there's also gummies, and there's a number of different things that can help. But prazosin is supposed to be good. A lot of the girls, a lot of the ladies at the residential treatment center where I used to work were getting that. And it seemed to help them quite a bit. So, hello, No Face. No Face is out. Okay. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Hope you hit the like or the dislike while you were here. Thank you, SP Fanny, for reminding me. Hit the like or the dislike, folks, if you would be so kind. And check to make sure that you're still subscribed. I just saw that I checked my analytics and I gained 1 last night, and then I'm down 2 today. So YouTube be up to its old tricks. It'd be YouTubing. So please, if you would be so kind, check to see if you're still subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you would consider pressing that subscribe button. It's fast, it's free, and it's painless. And tickle my notification bell and select all for all notifications. Shannon C. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great night. It's 2:20 a.m., so that means it's Friday. Yay! Even though the days kind of all blend together for me lately. Yeah, Shannon C. Every day is Blur's Day. Every day is like Blur's Day. Yeah, it is. That's just how it's been that way since the pandemic. What else we got? What else are we talking about tonight? I've gotten a couple more recipes. I'm looking for more. We need more recipes, folks. And I need to submit mine too, because that's me. And then I need to have a video chat with Ms. Janet. Pamela SP Butterfly is procrastinating because she should be folding laundry so she can pack suitcases tomorrow. Folding laundry can be so tedious, but it can also be satisfying, oddly satisfying in the same way. I don't know. Excellent Moz reference, but I'm still interpreting this as a Clearwater Chad sex dream. Okay, well, rock on. I ain't here to tell you what to think. How often do I say that, man? Like all the time. So you interpret away. Last night before I went to bed, my leg was trying to give me terrible, terrible Charlie horse. The bottom of my right calf. And then it was doing it tonight when I woke up. So I have a muscle relaxer at the ready, but I took... Oh, good. Yes, send recipe now. Thank you, Belf. I have a muscle relaxer at the ready, but I took some potassium first. And okay, my lovely. I have narcolepsy. They started sleeping meds. I was 18 months old, and they don't work. Plus the CPTSI. It's the story of my life. A fight to sleep. This isn't a sleeping med. It is simply to assist with nightmares and night terrors. The welcome yet unexpected legacy of the pandemic. People bringing their floofs and fur babies on FaceTime. Yes. Shannon C. would pick doing laundry over putting the dishes away. Some reason I have empty the dishwasher and putting it all away. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like putting the dishes away either, honestly. I don't mind loading up the dishwasher, but I don't like putting the dishes away. It's annoying. And I don't know why my brain finds one annoying and one okay. I don't know. Hello, A. Kenneth. You're almost asleep. Bye. Sleep sweet, honey. Rest well. So what was I going to say? I don't remember. Pamela SP Butterfly did send me some really good messages regarding her hubby and the DSR SGB shots. And it looks like things are going well with that. He's already feeling differences, which is incredible. He was feeling differences after the first set. But yeah, Kate, I'm really sorry that you're dealing with that. That stinks. The idea that they started sleeping meds on you when you were 18 months old is mind-blowing to me. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. The vivid dreams, I do have vivid dreams pretty much on the regular. I just don't always remember them. I made a point to remember this one just because of the novelty of it. In particular, those three people getting together. Katie Lang and Jessica Lang spell their name. They say their name the same, but it's spelled differently. Jessica Lang has an E on the end. My dishwasher isn't usable in its normal capacity because it leaks. It has become my dish drainer. Okay, that's fair. Repurposed. We love it. I know somebody who used to cook ribs in their dishwasher. I don't remember exactly how that worked, but I know she used to cook ribs in her dishwasher. Yeah, I'm all over the place tonight. Apparently, I woke up in tangent land because I'm just everywhere tonight. But I don't know. I'm in a good mood. I was in a good mood last night. I was just punchy AF. Today I'm in a good mood. I just apparently cannot keep my brain on one subject for very long. I'm all over the damn place. I wake up in a panic attack every morning, and I do have a med for that, and it's the best it's going to be. I have to control my anxiety, and at the moment it's terrible. Okay. Well, Kate, you are not the only one with the anxiety that you have to control. I can tell you that. Up in this piece, a lot of us share the anxiety. And I got an email from one of our watchers who is dealing with anxiety with relation to her therapist. And I'm going to reply to her. I'm just kind of processing it. And I feel like she should be being treated better than she is. I feel like the therapist is being rude and isn't giving her the leeway that she deserves, considering the special challenges that she faces. And the therapist is choosing not to recognize those challenges. And that's really frustrating. And so I need to email back to her, but she sent me a pretty extensive email, and I was reading that as I was trying to wake up, and I've just been kind of processing it, sort of figuring out how I'm going to respond and how I'm going to word that. But I can see her side of it. I can't really see where the therapist is coming from. And I'm usually pretty good at it, at seeing those sorts of things. And in this case, I'm frustrated for that person. Salmon in the dishwasher is amazing. Okay. See, I'm not really about salmon. That's my thing. Hubby felt a bit off today, but is otherwise doing well, much more relaxed. Blood pressure has been very stable, even when remembering tragic anniversaries that usually get him overwhelmingly angry. That sounds like a major win. Really glad to hear that. Really glad to hear that, Pamela. I am fully invested in hearing all about his experience. That's great. And I looked at the report from the doctor that read my mammogram, and yeah, it's completely unremarkable. Totally negative mammogram, and I'll go back for another one next year. So yeah, it is always, well, it's not always our fault with them, Kate, but I can understand how it would feel like that. Yeah, that sucks. And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But sometimes it is. Sometimes that's how it be. And that sucks. That sucks. And Mom had done chili in the crock pot when I woke up. And I got to have a couple bowls of that. It was delicious. See what I mean? I am everywhere tonight. Good God. Stay on target. I was going to say about the dreams. I get really vivid dreams. I used to be the antidepressant / anti-anxiety med that I used to be on is called Effexor. The generic name is venlafaxine. And when they wanted to start me on Lyrica to try to treat my pain, they wanted to switch me over to duloxetine, which is Cymbalta. It's the same family. They're cousins. But for some reason, the duloxetine and the Lyrica work well together. I'm still on the duloxetine. The Lyrica didn't do anything. And since it's in the same family as the Effexor, I think that is the reason for the really vivid dreams. Thank you, Bilf. They just found a lump on my breast and I have a mammogram next week and I've wanted to cancel because I'm scared. Don't cancel. Please don't cancel. Please go. Please go to the mammogram. Please get it looked at. It could easily be nothing at all. Please go. Please find out. Please, please, please. It's totally understandable that you would be scared, that you would be frightened. Absolutely. Totally understandable. Please get it looked at. Please, 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 please. I beg ya. It'll be interesting to see how he does driving tomorrow. It will be his first time driving since the injections. He usually gets very stressed with city and rush hour traffic. All right. This will be good. TMZ reporting Leah Remini and husband are filing for divorce. Yeah, I think I saw something about that. Reese mentioned it during Tommy's live, and then I looked at an Instagram, and I think I saw a post from Leah on Instagram, and it seemed to be a photo of her and Angelo. I don't know. You're going to go. You promise you're just very scared. Okay, and it's totally understandable to be scared. 100% understandable to be scared. But please, please, please go. You said you're going to go. You promised me you're going to go. But yeah, we're here for you. We're here for you. Please go. Purple Groovy had a weird dream. You called an Uber just to go next door. Wow. Okay. Well, sometimes you gotta. Just got nervous because they bumped my appointment up to a sooner date, and I'm thinking that can't be good. Actually, it might be really good. A, you get the appointment sooner, but B, it means that they're being proactive. And whatever it is or isn't, they are wanting to catch it early. And if it's something that can be nipped in the bud, they will. And so actually it's a frightening sign, but it's also a sign that your medical team is paying attention and wanting to act on something ASAP. And that's a good thing. I'm going to go with my mom. She had hers today, and I went with her just for the ride. Good job. Good job. Good for you. It doesn't have to be terrifying. And I know you're probably going to rile yourself up between now and then. And that's okay. You don't have to, but you probably will, because that's probably how your brain is going to handle it. But know that we're here for you. What day next week? Let us know. So that, we want to keep an eye on it too. Also, I used a phrase that is very frequently misused. You have the appointment Thursday, and I'll let you guys know. Thank you for the support. We're here for you. We are your Wonder Bra. So yeah, definitely let us know. Keep us posted. We want to know what's going on, and we are concerned for you. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and hope for something like a clogged sweat gland, perhaps, or a very simple benign cyst, something along those lines, maybe. Because things happen all the time, right? That aren't necessarily big, horrible, scary. They just happen in locations where we're used to the big, horrible, scary being the only option. And it's totally not. So you'll get through this. And we will be here with you. I used the phrase, nip it in the bud. Just as I was talking about Danny's basil plants and how he can trick them into thinking that they should still be growing. Nip it in the bud. So many people say that it's something that should be nipped in the butt. This isn't a copper tone ad. It doesn't work like that. I have some drainage, so maybe it's a cyst. Okay. I've had a small cyst before. It's the leaking from my nipple that scares me. Sorry if it's TMI. We don't do TMI here, so no worries about that at all. Could be a clogged milk gland. So then the leaking from the nipple would make sense. Could be a cyst. Could be, any number of things. Pamela SP Butterfly has calcification spots in her boobs. She thinks they're from breastfeeding her boys. That could be. That could be. Kate says, Lyrica doesn't do shit, morphine, nothing. Now I'm scared because they want to put me on fentanyl patches, and I don't want that, so ice, ice, ice. Tell me why you don't want the fentanyl patches. It's amazing to me that morphine doesn't do anything. Yeah, Lyrica didn't do shit for me either. And I refuse to take gabapentin because the speech center in my brain is way too important to me, and gabapentin has a way of completely jacking your speech center, so you can't. Can you have a clogged milk gland if you've never had kids? Is that a dumb question? It is not a dumb question. A dumb question is, what time is the midnight buffet? This is not a dumb question. You can, because you still have those glands. They just haven't been utilized. Know what I mean? And hormones do weird things. And, but you can. You still have the glands in there. Like I said, they just haven't been used. My friend Zach had this weird lump on his arm for like a year. We told him to get it looked at. And when he finally did, it was a rare cancer. See? Yep. Go get it looked at. I have this thing and you're not going to be able to see it. It's this guy right here. And I'm trying to show it to you so that you can actually see it. Block the glare a little bit. It spread and he almost died, and his arm is permanently messed up, and they could have nipped it in the bud. Yep. Kimberly Gabaldon says, yes, it could be something else, but even if it's breast cancer, there are some really non-aggressive forms that don't even metastasize. I had one of those types. Okay, there you go. Oh, Kate, have you ever been on methadone for chronic pain? She was, and it helped so much. Shannon was on methadone for chronic pain. Yep. But this thing, a lot of people refer to it as a chicken bite, since chickens are top of mind tonight, apparently. And I showed it to my previous doctor, and I showed it to this doctor, and it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed color. It hasn't done anything differently. It has stayed like that. And my doctors are unconcerned, but I have brought it up to them. No offense to anyone in here, but too many addicts and alcoholics in your family. You don't want to be a junkie too. Okay. And that's acceptable. So this is out of fear that you don't want the fentanyl patches. If you have addicts in your family and the morphine didn't do anything for you, and you didn't get hooked on the morphine, I'm thinking you're probably pretty safe with the patches. But if ice works, then keep doing ice. If ice is not working, try the patches. Because morphine is an opiate. Fentanyl is an opiate. If you didn't start using the morphine in ways that were not indicated by your doctor, and if you were using it simply as directed, I think you're going to be fine. I think that the worry of addiction and the ooga booga that we get from hearing certain words can sometimes keep us from things that can be really helpful. You know, and I've seen people be on medications and never take them in a way that were abusive, never take them in a way where they that was excessive of what the doctors said. But they want to get off of them because of what the medication is called. And if you've been taking something for years and years and it helps you, and there's no other reason to get off the medication except for what it's called, then you might want to examine your reasons. You know, I understand that you're frightened of getting addicted. And that makes sense, especially if there's family history of becoming addicted. Hey, Heather Mack. And hello, Jazzy Girl Sarah. Bill says morphine does nothing for me but Dilaudid, or better is a cloud of joy. I gotta tell you, I do like Dilaudid. But it also can, I mean, they gave me a whopper of a dose of Dilaudid the last time I was in hospital because my back was in spasm. And Mom had to pull the car over on the way home because I had to barf out the side of the car. So that was fun. They gave me way too big of a dose. And Hummingbird is here. Totally agrees. Dreams are very weird, but mostly interesting. Sorry you're late. That's all right. I ain't mad at you. Shannon C. was scared of getting addicted. Yep, it can be scary. Yeah. And methadone can be just as addicting as all the others. And since I'm at my lowest weight ever, no meds are going to really work. I have a dangerous level of pain tolerance, the doctor says. It's my heart now the problem. Sure. Dakota Arnold says, hey, mister, my dreams are really good, in my opinion. That's cool. Enjoy them. Also, I'm not a mister, but thank you. And welcome. Riley's human. Hi, Cricket and friends. Hi, Riley and human. Let's see. Been a hell of a few days. Boy, and Hummingbird, you ain't kidding. We got to talk tomorrow. I have insurance quotes to get. We got to talk tomorrow. I see. My night is going so far pretty well. Thank you, Dakota Arnold. I was on buprenorphine for just over a year, says Jazzy Girl Sarah. It helped, but only a short while. Doctors wouldn't give me any other meds to try as they were afraid of addiction. I was too. I just feel like the fear of addiction can keep us sometimes from something that could actually be helpful. And that makes me sad. If we're letting our fear keep us from treatment, and Tommy says it best. What's worse? Being dependent on a medication or having the pain all the time? Because there's a difference, too, between dependency and addiction. Big difference. Dependent on versus addicted to are very different things. Yes, Jazzy Girl Sarah, exactly. I was a bit dependent on the bupe and weaned off, went through some withdrawal for a few months, and it was not pleasant. No, it's not. Well, everything's bad for me, Dakota, so thank you. But yeah, we're dependent on food. Some people are addicted to food. There's a difference. No one with severe chronic pain should be denied treatment because people like me want to get high. Purdue was right about that much. Yeah. A lot of us are denied treatment, effective treatment. They won't give me anything. Because they can't figure out why I hurt. So in the meantime, I just got to suck it up. And I'm like, so what do I do on the days that it's really bad? What do I do on a bad pain day? I don't have them a lot, but some days are significantly worse than others. And on those days, I would like to have an option. And my current doctor asked me, what do you do now? I take tramadol that I brought home from Mexico. It may not be medically sanctioned, and it's certainly not prescription, but in Mexico, you can buy it over the counter. And I did, because I know that I'm not going to get any assistance from the medical system up here. So that's what I do. I'm straight up with my doctor about everything. And when I'm taking medication from Mexico, I tell him the Flexeril that I have sitting here on deck waiting in case this whole Charlie horse thing decides to keep being a jerk is Flexeril that I bought in Mexico. I refer to it as Mexeril. I do that because I have to look after my own treatment options, and in a realistic way, not in a wishful thinking kind of way. So, you know, don't you think medical practices are better about following people on pain meds, or are they too scared now? They won't allow people to go on pain meds. A lot of them. They're too scared. They don't want to put somebody, God forbid you give somebody Vicodin, and then all of a sudden the next thing you know, they're banging it directly into their arm. That's not how most people do that. If I had any less stringent ideas about self-control, I'd be out buying pain meds on the street. I would have a few years ago. If I had any more stringent ideas about self-control, I would have an eating disorder. So I kind of find myself in really a kind of a pretty Goldilocks zone as far as my own brain goes when it comes to things like that. Some places are great about pain meds. Some places are terrible about pain meds. Either they give too many of them or they don't give enough. And in my case, nobody's going to give me pain meds. And it's really frustrating because, again, when I have a day like that, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Well, I suppose I could just lie in bed, bemoan my fate, or it'll take me 20 minutes to make myself be from flat to fully upright and standing. What am I going to do? I exist inside the pain, but I don't let it rule my life. However, having something that I could take on days like that so that I could actually do things and be functional and a normal human being, that'd be freaking rad, wouldn't it? I don't even think it's the mammogram. I just don't want another illness because I'm dealing with so many things right now and have been sick for 20 years. I hear you, Shannon C. I hear you. That's why I was so relieved to get this negative mammogram result back. It's why I'm, instead of doing the poop in a box thing for my colorectal exam, I'm allowing them to shove a camera up my ass because I've never had one before. And it's good to do the whole thing to have a baseline. So then they know what's going on in there. And there's some mild trepidation about what the result might be, but I haven't really had any butt problems. So I'm not expecting much. Then again, you can have all sorts of things going on in there that you don't really have symptoms for. So who knows? I don't know. It's all a mystery. But that isn't happening until October 25th. So I've got plenty of time to rile myself up about that one. Chances are I won't. Because, yeah, I've got a bunch of things wrong with me, but I don't have any names for them. Okay, I can name the anxiety, the depression, the PTSI, the sleep problems, the insomnia, I've got all sorts of stuff wrong with me. But when it comes to the pain, I have no idea what's wrong with me. I don't know why. And it's been happening for more than 30 years. So, at this point, I just want a fucking diagnosis. Something. Anything. Because without a diagnosis, I'm not going to get treatment of any kind for anything. It's, take more warm baths. Have you thought about getting a massage? But you're right, it isn't good to be that afraid either. Thing is that my pain wasn't better on bupe, but my head was foggy and I felt numb. Well, if it didn't help your pain, then there's no reason to keep taking it. That's why I stopped taking the Lyrica, because I told my doctor, listen, I'm getting fatter. So in one way, I know that the Lyrica is having some kind of an effect on my body, but it's not helping my pain. If it's not helping my pain, why am I taking it? Matt White said the most horrible sound I ever heard, recorded screams of the babies in the NICU born to heroin addicts. Okay, I'm wondering why they were recording that. Sucking it up and dealing is not so easy. Not sure why they think that's an option, because they're not the ones feeling the pain. So they can't really quantify it, right? You can't see it. So you suck it up and deal. It's miserable. Especially now, they withdraw pain meds from people. It's disgusting to assume everyone is an addict. Yeah. Or is going to be. There's a difference between addiction and dependence. You can become dependent on something. Diabetics are dependent upon insulin. Nobody's going to say that they're shooting up insulin just to be fun, just to get high. And even though they're injecting insulin to regulate their blood sugar and therefore help their bodies feel normal and not sick from either high or low blood sugar, nobody's going to equate that with a heroin addict giving themselves an injection so they're no longer dope sick, so that they can get well. Nobody's going to put insulin and heroin on the same playing field. So why do we do that with other medications that also help us feel better? Isn't that what meds are supposed to do? They're supposed to help us feel better. And they don't. Always. And frequently, they won't give us the medications that can help us feel better, that can help us function, because God forbid we become dependent on them. God forbid we start actually being able to behave like a normal human being and function and do things and stuff and be productive, because there's such a stigma now against pain meds. Yeah, did Big Pharma get rich off of pain? Fuck yes, they did. Absolutely, 100%. But were those meds being prescribed in an irresponsible fashion? Yes. And were they being prescribed in an irresponsible fashion because of what Big Pharma was telling doctors, despite the fact that they knew differently? Also, yes. Dependence versus addiction. I've told this story before. I had a client with fibro, rheumatoid arthritis, needed both knees replaced, and she had abscesses on her spine. She went into an emergency room. And they said, well, we don't really want to treat you because we think that you're here drug seeking. And she said, let me tell you something. I just shot heroin an hour ago. You can keep your fucking Vicodin. I'm here to find out what's wrong. Fix it. Diagnose it. Do something. I don't want your little pain meds. I want answers. Shooting heroin isn't an option for me. I want answers. But I do occasionally want a pain med, and I won't lie about that. It would be ridiculous of me to say that I don't. But then again, I know exactly what med combination works for me and allows me to not be stoned and not be useless. It allows me to, it takes the edge off on the really bad days. It takes the edge off so that I can actually function like a human. And I've told my doctors that I know exactly what med cocktail I need. And none of them have ever asked me what it is. Because they don't want to know. Pain meds make Ann Hummingbird sick. And as you know, I am suffering from extreme weight loss. Yes, you are. And it makes sense that pain meds would make you sick. C.O. Bilf says his doctor visits are a masterclass in lies. Yes, but on what end? Yours or theirs? Combination of the two? Make sure you're also getting enough magnesium and selenium. Okay. I left all my selenium in my other pants, but I'm fairly certain that we have magnesium downstairs too. Care for JC can't take pain meds, so I just hold on except for NSAIDs. Yep. And you got to be careful with the NSAIDs too, because, you know, that's all you need is a GI bleed on top of everything else, right? G'day, Koala Cross. Good to see ya. Hybrid gummies are a miracle for me and Zofran when I have no choice but to take a Percocet. Yep. Yep. For now, I can't even take an appointment. I'm fed up of re-traumatizing myself each time. Like you just said, they don't believe that I have spikes of pain. I don't want to be drugged more than necessary. That's fair. That's fair. And I know that you have specific challenges with the doctors up there. You've mentioned that to me. You've mentioned that in this chat before, and I don't have any solutions to you. I wish I did. And yeah, Shannon C., you've had one problem or another. Of course you're having anxiety. You have anxiety just about making the appointments because of all the things that you've been dealing with. And that makes sense. That makes sense. The fact is, though, that you are making the appointments, and I'm super proud of you for that. And you're going to go to those appointments, including this mammogram next week. And I'm proud of you for that, too. This whole life thing is not for the faint of heart. Bilf. My coke dealer refused to sell me opiates. This paternalistic attitude is infiltrating the black market. Nice. Very funny. And Hummingbird gets to spend a whole holiday weekend with your grandsons. That's incredible. I'm hoping they'll tell me the day of the mammogram is good or not. They didn't tell my mom today if hers was good or not. I'm assuming no news is good news. I was actually really surprised with how quickly mine was red. and how quickly, like, my appointment was at 7:40 in the morning, and by 4:30 I had an email in the portal from my doctor telling me that the results were negative, and it was the next day that the actual report from the doctor who read my mammogram was in the portal as well. So I got a message from my doctor and I got the official report. But very often they won't tell you at the appointment what they see. You have the mammographer, and then those scans are sent to a doctor who reads them and reports from there. So it's wildly unlikely that you'll get information at the appointment, but hopefully soon thereafter. And if there's something in particular that they're looking at, then they're going to tell you as soon as possible, because again, they don't want to really have an issue with it. God damn it, I thought I had started and I didn't. Let me find it. Just scrolling. I'll find it. Yep, here we go. Let's do this, because I'm a little late. And then I have to get back to where it is. Speaking of medication, night meds. Take your night meds. It's a modern pharmacology. Night meds, time for night meds. They can help your physiology. Take them well before you go to sleep. They work while you're busy counting sheep. When you take your night meds, it's a happy, healthy snooze time. A snory snooze time. You'll have a sleepy time. Night meds. Remember to sip first so the things don't stick. And we do have a song from our very own Shut Up Matt. Agnetha, Benny, Bjorn, and Anna Frid meds related.
Chiquitita, you and I know how the heartaches come and they go, and the scars they're leaving. You'll be dancing once again, and the pain will end. There will be no time for grieving. Chiquitita, you and I cry, for the sun is still in the sky and shining above you. Let me hear you sing once more, like you did before. Take your night med, Chiquitita. Try once more, like you did before. Take your night med, Chiquitita.
Very nice. Thank you. Shut up, Matt. Sorry about the notification that happened right near the end there. That was not your fault. That was all me. Very nice. Very nice. We love it. Jazzy Girl Sarah, lots of doctors here are too scared to give people pain meds. I'm scared to live with so much pain. How are we supposed to function? Yeah, that's a good question, isn't it? It's a great question. How are we supposed to function? If doctors are afraid to do the doctoring and use the tools that can be helpful, and patients are suffering because of it, When does it become a violation of their Hippocratic oath? I don't know if doctors in Finland have to take a Hippocratic oath, but I know they do here. Because if we're not benefiting and we're not getting better and they're not helping us get better, then it's actually doing harm, and allowing people to remain in pain all the time is, to my mind, also doing harm. Fix it. Find answers. And in the meantime, I understand when you go in and you're triaged and they don't immediately want to give you a pain med because it's going to mask the symptoms, right? I get it. That makes sense to me. But this has been going on for me for more than 30 years. And it's not getting any better. My pain tolerance is higher. That's not helpful. It just is. Help me. In order to get pain management that actually worked, my sister needed to find someone who specializes in pain management. Apparently, they're the only doctors that are allowed to prescribe much of them. It depends on what the med is. That's not necessarily the case. I've gone to pain management clinics where they've said straight up, we're not going to prescribe pain meds for you. When I went to physical medicine and rehab, there's a notice on the wall of the examining room that they're not going to prescribe pain meds. That is a choice that's made by the doctor, by either the individual doctor or by the hospital. That is a choice. Existing inside the pain is so hard to do, but what other choice do we have? Exactly. I'm glad your memo is negative, Cricket. Me too, Sarah. Me too. Yeah, the text won't tell you until the squish scan is read by a radiologist and sent to your doctor. They did not tell me right away that the mammogram was good. Live stream colonoscopy for science and public health and Steve-O. I probably would. If I'm just going to be in twilight sleep, I actually might. I might hold the camera, the phone up to the monitor. That's precisely something that I would do. Fuck HIPAA. When it comes to my own asshole, I want to know. Last time I met with the radiologist, because he came in during the ultrasound when the tech did it, and he told me I was good, but I don't know if that'll happen this time. Yeah, and I don't either. See, I didn't have an ultrasound squish. I just had the usual machine squish. Well, slightly different than usual because they were using 3D imaging this time, but Ann Hummingbird wants a colonoscopy but can't drink that giant amount in the 3 or so hours they give you. It comes right back up at about 3 to 4 16-ounce bottles of water. I was practicing. Yeah. For me, I think they want me to drink 64 ounces. So let me do a math. I know I'm way behind in the chat, by the way. I'm aware. 64 divided by 16. Okay, so that would be 4 16-ounce bottles. So that's what they want me to drink for my prep. I live days in denial and pretend I'm not in pain. No other choice. Yep. Kate D. Light says, get your TRs in. That's what my dad would say to me. Your dad would tell you to get your TRs in. Oh, fuck. A massage would be perfect, wouldn't it? Are there places that you can go and get them? Are they really prohibitively expensive? Can you have them prescribed? Sometimes they can do that. There are, medical massage providers. Oh my God, when it comes to any illness, I have to decide, do I want a med or some other modality for that? Otherwise, I know I'll have to put up with it. Yeah. Usually they give methadone to the mother and wean the babies off because it can cause seizures in babies. I was part of the methadone treatment program for California pregnant inmates. Okay. Yeah, see, for pregnancy, when you're actively pregnant, most of the clients that I had who were in that situation were given Subutex instead of Suboxone. They were given Subutex. And then after the baby was born, then they were switched to methadone. The mothers were. I don't know what protocols they were following for the babies. My injury began in 1987. My doctor suddenly cut me off cold turkey December 2018. Nobody should ever be cut off cold turkey. That's just irresponsible. January 2019, I had a stroke that very near killed me. Yep. Tony Fauci denies CO Bill 20 milligram XR Adderall prescription just to justify the global vaccine mandate. Nice. Nice. Rock on with your tinfoil hat. Brian Lucas is here. Got here 15 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm really behind. In my opinion, the difference between dependence and addiction is dopamine function. That could easily be, Rosalind. He owns the colonoscopy clinic. I'm sure it's about money for his pocket. Yeah. American Big Pharma was lobbying with Trump to acquire the British NHS. The people's fear was we would have to start having to pay for our prescriptions. Yeah. Yeah, no, there's absolutely no reason to acquire the British NHS. That's absolutely stupid. If we can't have something like that here, we don't need to ruin it for everybody else. For the love of God. Okay, I just read that. CO Bill ruins teeth with 5 years Benzodrex solution habit. Worth it. God Morgan Maya. Good to see you. How long did you have to wait to get your mammogram results? I got mine later. I got the note from my physician that day, just an informal email in the portal, and I received the report in the portal the next morning. The magnesium is for the Charlie horse because my brother said that people coming in with horrible muscle cramps in the ER often had magnesium deficiency, and fixing that helped. Selenium is because Rosalind is on a kick. Okay. Hello, Kelly. Good to see you. Yeah, I tried the potassium and it does seem to be helping. I may take some magnesium later. I'm still eyeballing this Mexerol that's sitting here on the table next to me. Hello, my sister George. Good to see you. No Face accidentally stepped in a big pile of your like button. New shoes for No Face. Thank you, No Face. Did the boob squeeze go okay? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It went very well. Makes me feel good that you didn't have to wait too long. I was only told once by the radiologist because he came in to check on something, but that was rare. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, it's very rare that happens. There we go. Trophies. Trophies for everyone doing uncomfortable things in the name of taking care of ourselves. Hell yes. And Zena Marlene to ya. George has frequent mammograms going next week too. I get the results later that day or the next day usually. Now that I have an issue, I go every 3 months and find out the results at the appointment. Dang. That's a lot. When I have my mammogram, the doctor is watching in another location. They do this so the technician knows whether or not they are getting the correct images. That's awesome. Shannon C., thank you for all the help and advice tonight. It means so much. I just took my night meds, so I'm going to head to bed. Thank you, Cricket and Chat. Thank you. Thank you for telling us. And thank you for bringing this to us. And I'm glad that we did help. And we're always happy to do what we can for somebody else here in the corner booth. So rest well and sleep sweet. Mammogram in September and a colonoscopy. It is my favorite month. Well, it's my favorite month, Care for JC. As a matter of fact, I don't celebrate a birthday. I celebrate a birthday season, and that season begins September 1. And I celebrate the birthday all the way through the end of September. That way, nobody has to say, oh, belated happy birthday. Oh, sorry, I'm late. Happy birthday. No, you're not late. It's still September. Feel free to take me to lunch or send me a box of money or whatever. Bill blames the Sykes, and that's on brand. Oath is not mandatory for religious reasons. Interesting. When doctors will be tired of not being able to help or losing their patients, then we may have a solution. For now, they look like they took a hypocritical oath. And I'm here to say not all doctors, which sounds like a cop-out, but it's true. Not all doctors. There are a lot of very good doctors out there. There are a lot of very attentive doctors out there. Problem is, the guy who graduated last in his medical class is still called doctor. And there are some fairly shitty human beings out there walking around with the title of doctor. So unfortunately, it's easy to catch one of them. My sister George, I just got here. Have you had a colonoscopy before? I have not. I was told I was in twilight sleep, but I remember the warm blankets and then them calling my name, nothing else. Okay. I like warm blankets. I do love a toaster blanket. Yep. My experience and a lot of others with the pain management doctors here is that they take away your meds and want you to learn mindfulness and stuff. I'm scared to death for those doctors. Yeah, that's what they did with me. I went to a 6-week-long pain management clinic where I was there 3 days a week. And they taught us Qigong, and we got a massage, and we learned how to breathe through a straw. And we were told that we shouldn't make a face or make a noise if something was painful and we moved, because that just made it worse. And yeah. I can't do the pain med conversation. It disgusts me here in Florida. The doctors are sick people. Been dealing with this issue for 23 years. Love y'all, but bye. That's okay, Kelly. Do your thing. Millie the dandelion, there she is. Good morning, lovies. Super late today, sending bunches of love all around as always. You are not hella late, and it's totally okay. We're happy to have you here. I will kick my Benzodrex and Coke habits if ABR knocks me up. Okay. I'm going to remember that. For help managing pain is a 10 years waiting list, and I'm still not ill enough to be on the list. That's fucked up. Now they track all the narcotic meds the doctors get crap for prescribing too often. Fair. Minor correction. The one where you can read it upside down is an ambigram, not a mammogram. My mistake. Okay, thank you. Hello, Grim Adam. Welcome back. Daniel McClellan. Good to see ya. They pulled the old, we can't really prescribe Ativan anymore because it can be addicting. Wait, what? But I know it works, and I only ask for 30 for the year. It's my emergency med. I know. I only get 30 a year, and I have to sign a contract for it. September is my birthday month, too, says Care for JC. It's easier to remember when to get all the fun tests. Yay. I started drinking Element Electrolyte. It's a sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Since I started, I have no more leg cramps, and my digestion is much better. There's no sugar, vegan, and they have so many flavors. Okay. Element Electrolytes. I'm going to actually write that down. Interesting. Friend's ex is a family physician. Apparently, several complaints have been filed against him within the group that employs him. No way I'd see him if he was the last doctor on earth. Yep. I grew up around people who worked for Purdue and have also been immersed in drug culture. The doctors are afraid of the DEA and lawsuits and such. Yeah, fair enough. Something. I have a piece of debris in my eye. Trapped. Annoying. If you can get pills or H on the street and test for fent, I honestly recommend that over dealing with infuriating doctors who treat us like children. Pain med classes. Sciento OT10. You will think your pain away. Yeah, I wish. Fucking OT10. But we have to find OT9 first. Which doesn't exist. Yeah, that's not the type of pain management doctor my sister went to. I mean, this guy controlled the amount of meds, but she got the meds she needed. Mind you, it took years to get there. Yep. Yep. And I don't know if they have those here. Honestly, I just don't. They just started a bubbly electrolyte drink. I can't wait to try it. Ooh, that sounds like fun. When my brother started med school, he was sure this would be a large group of the best and the brightest. Day one, he was like, oh my God, you're going to kill somebody, you idiot, with about 50% of his classmates. Yep. Yep. And again, what do you call the person who graduated last in his class? Lowest in his class at med school? You call him doctor. So, you know, there's not a whole lot we can do about that except help, hope, pray. Just getting the appointment here with the GP is a nightmare. Have to call every morning at 8:30. Thank you for your patience. You are caller number 43. Please hold. All appointments gone. Call tomorrow. Oh, fuck. Brian Lucas prefers the good old MJ. It helps with the aches and pains and helps me put up with the ones it doesn't help with. Okay, fair enough. It doesn't do a whole lot for my aches and pains, but boy, do I sleep well. That's the one thing that I can tell you that the evil weed, the devil's lettuce does for me is that, boy, do I sleep. Holy shit, do I sleep. That's how I know I'm stoned, is that I sleep. I instantly fall asleep. But yeah, this Charlie horse thing is really bothering me. If I just move my leg the wrong way, it's like, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Are you ready? So then I have to flex my foot. Hey, Lori. Good to see you. Ooh, Kate has hard nails for the first time in her life. For a woman, it's important. Very nice. Love your phone voice. I'm the voice on the work phone options, and it sounds just like that. Yes. Yeah. Somebody once got my personal voicemail on my phone and asked me what my per minute charge was. What's going on, Lori? Are you at work? Well, we started this evening talking about dreams, and we wound up talking about doctors and meds and dependency versus addiction. I still want to get Tommy on here one of these days so that we can talk about different treatment modalities as well. But the dependency versus addiction is a huge conversation, and I think more people need to really kind of sit with their reasons and really consider what's going to be more beneficial. Ooh, you really want to be a sat-nav voice. Work was the next best thing. Nice. That would be fun. I would love to have Millie the Dandelion tell me, in 300 feet, your destination is on the right. Only it would have a better accent because she wouldn't sound American because she's not. But if I had that option, that's almost as good as having Samuel L. Jackson be the voice on my tablet. On a different note, I'm supposed to have Diane Eddix, aka Marisa, on my show today. That's awesome. She's amazing. I love her. She's so funny. And boy, does she have some stories. That woman has got some amazing stories. So yeah, Brian, when the show is done here, plug that down in the comments. Mention it in my comments after the show, so that we can get people watching, because that's amazing. What time is she supposed to go on with you? Dreams, pain, all is folly. Yeah, it is. Sadly. What I love is that I didn't have to hide the trolley troll. Sometimes the trash takes itself out. Morgan Freeman tells me to take my meds on my app. Oh, that's nice. Nice one, Millie. I don't have that. I'm a little jealous. By the way, this shirt totally looks like a penis. It's not a penis. It's Darth Vader. But where I sit totally looks like a penis. Waze app has different fun voices. Got the direct for the directions? Nice. 2 p.m. Central. Okay. So everybody check out Brian's channel at 2 p.m. Central. See if you can catch up with him and Marisa, because she's super great. We love her. I'm glad that the Waze app has different fun voices. When we were using Waze, when I was living in Jersey, The only problem was that, and we just called her the Ways Lady. The Ways Lady would get confused, and she was sending us, we thought we were going to the mall, and she sent us to somebody's house. I mean, it was very confusing. I was making a sandwich. Didn't hear if Cricket saw my stroke story. Yes, I did, and I read it, Anne. I want you all opinion. Can I believe that after 40 years of trying to explain, a 74-year-old can change? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I guess it depends on the 74-year-old. And if they've chosen to remain, I think they can, but that's really up to them. Misha! Hi! Oh my God, so I'm heading to bed, but I finally caught you, love. It's been a mess here in my world. Lots of being sicker than ever been. Court pissing me off. Ran off the road in my kid's car. Holy shit. Well, I hug you right back, and I'm glad that you popped in. I'm sorry that you've been being sick. That blows goats, and I'm sorry to hear about that. But I'm glad that you popped in. It's good to see your face. Penis Vader. Yes. Schwanz Vader. I had Cookie Monster on my Ways app. Rosalind, that's rad. Pamela SP Butterfly has Karamo from Queer Eye talking to her on Ways. Yeah, hope but don't expect. That's what I would say. But I've missed you, and I'm glad I got to stop by for a few. Sending love to everyone in the corner booth. Well, we've missed you, and we love you right back. Anything is possible. I'm not going to stay on much longer anyway. I think I'm going to wind things up. I did not leave the house today, as I thought I might, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that I slept for 16 hours. So, but I'm hoping today. Finally starting to feel better, thank God. By the way, before I go, have you heard the news from the Supreme Court today? I have not. I slept until 10 p.m. What happened with the Supreme Court today? Will I be enraged or will I be happy? The Supreme Court has been enraging me on a regular basis, but I am interested in knowing what the Supreme Court had to say today, because I have not heard the news. So I'm just babbling because I know there's a delay between when you type it and when I see it. And I don't know how much their delay is from when I say it to when you hear it, but we got to add it all up. And I know that there's a delay. Nope. I'm enraged. I am enraged. They declared it is now literally illegal to be homeless. Jailed, fined, etc. to be expected. Okay. So fix the system so that people can get housing. Just a thought. Yeah, that's vile. If something has happened to said person that is forcing them to see things differently, nobody wants to work if they don't really have to. SP Fanny, you are not fucking wrong. Yeah, there are a number of people on the Supreme Court that need to not be there. They're going to find somebody who doesn't have enough money to have housing. This makes sense. How? Yeah. They're going to get paid when? Oh, but they'll give them housing in a jail because that's a good idea. That's not traumatizing at all. Of course not. Yeah, let's not take care of people. Let's see how we can make money and yeah. Step 1, make not having a place to live illegal. Step 2, step 3, profit. Sector 9, Supreme Court rules that all galactic soul agreements are unenforceable contracts of adhesion. Were we not, as Americans, all homeless when we got here? Yeah, we were. And then we killed the native people. 6-3, overturning previous smaller judgments. I wonder who the 3 were. Kagan, Sotomayor. I can't remember who the other one is that I don't despise. And the creditors, when you're on welfare, considers you as without a revenue, so we will all fill the jails now. Yep. Okay, on that crap boat, I'm going to bed. Good night, everyone. Good night, Care for JC. Just an FYI, if your name isn't listed on a lease somewhere, you can be considered homeless. Everything starts out small and insignificant until it does affect those who say it wouldn't happen to them. My name isn't on a lease. My name isn't on the mortgage or on the deed for this house that I'm living in because my parents own it. So technically I'm homeless. How does that work? Yeah, I'm pretty upset about it too. Justice Thomas whispers sweet words to C.O. Bilf and Gullah in C.O. Bilf's nicotine buffalo wing dreams. Okay. Well, there we are. Jackson, yes, Jackson. That's the other lady I was thinking about. Thank you, Mariana Eriksdotter Bergqvist. Love you right back, Ann Hummingbird. Yeah, wow, that's infuriating and disgusting. C.O. Bilf has just typed an asshole into the chat. If we're going by Vonnegut rules, anyway. I'm a squatter. Interesting. In my parents' home. Okay. Good to know. I've been a squatter for a long damn time. I can't remember the last time my name was on a lease. When was the last time my name was on a lease? When I was living in LA. Bilf is going to hop a freight train with a bundle and a harmonica, stabbing the brakeman. Don't stab the brakeman. If you derail, you're fucked. And not in a fun way. Daniel McClellan is a digital nomad Ronin. That's fair. Yes. Keep fighting, Misha. It's all we can do. Something I'm throwing out there as an eye-opener. We are all just a few bad circumstances away from a really bad day. That is true. 6 decisions, or what is it, 2 or 3 paychecks? From calling a refrigerator box home, if you can even get that. Yeah. That's frustrating. Ooh, we're going to the big rock candy mountain where you never change your socks and the little streams of alcohol come trickling down the rocks. Oh, so then it's sweetened by the time it gets to the lake at the bottom in the valley. I'm okay with this. I would like to go to there, except I do like changing my socks. Is it you're not ever able to change your socks, or you never have to change your socks? That's a distinction that I would like to hear. It may make a difference in whether or not I would like to go to there. We've got to start realize what is happening to our world. We are all human. We all deserve to be treated as such. On that note, it sure does feel good to come in here with you guys. Well, we're happy to have you here. It sure makes me happy to have you here. We've missed you. We've missed you, Misha. And yeah, until I get the clarification from Bill regarding the whole socks thing, I think I'm going to start winding this whole thing down. Did Tori go live? She said she was going to do a midnight with Magoo. I don't. Oh, Bilf. Yeah, I don't see that Tori's gone live. Seriously, you're a roommate and it's simple. The price ain't none of their business. That's true. Clearly, the 6 are completely out of touch with reality and have no access to logic. That is also true, Pamela. In the big rock candy mountain, the jails are made of tin, and you can walk right out again as soon as you are in. We are being not so stealthily called. That is absolutely the truth, Millie. Yes, we are. And once again, that is why I am going to beg everybody in the U.S. to please, 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 please vote. Please vote. Who you vote for is none of my business. We have a secret ballot for a reason. But please vote. Still didn't answer my question about the socks, Bilf. Danielle Urick, you just woke up. You'll catch the replay? Cool. Sounds good. As long as there's chocolate. Heather Mack needs there to be chocolate, Bilf. Please vote. Thanks, Cricket. Good night, everybody. And one more for the road. Xenu. Whoa, whoa, whoa. One more sip is all I have left. One more chip till we quit it. One more for the road. Have a good day or evening, whenever it is, wherever you are. Be well. Sleep sweet. Have a good day at work, Millie. Stay safe. Watch out for deer. And all that other fun stuff. I'll be back here tomorrow. Same bug time, same bug channel. Please remember to hit the like or the dislike. Check your subscribe status. Tickle my notification bell and select all notifications. And while we do have memberships here at $2.99 a month, if you'd like to reach me in other ways or send me a box of money, as Nora says, the easiest and most immediately available ways to support the channel are right down there in the description box below, as well as the link to help out Tamberjune's sister and sister-in-law. Day meds. Day meds. Daylight come and you gotta take meds. Yeah, we've got the email address down there. Send me your recipes. We've only got a couple days left. And the email address is there. The P.O. box is there. The Amazon wish list is there. The PayPal is there. The Venmo that Denver Steve-O made me get is there. All the ways to get in touch with us. And me and the mouse in my pocket. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.